Welcome back to Storybook Countdown Advent Calendar Disney. Today's number is Day 8. Can you guys find Day 8? Let me know. It's right here. Let's see what's the story for today. Today's story is Disney 101 Dalmatian. Let's get started.
101 Dalmatians. Roger was a musician. He lived in an apartment with Pongo, his pet Dalmatian. One day, while walking Pongo, Roger met a woman called Anita. She owned a Dalmatian called Perdita. Roger and Anita fell in love and decided to get married. Soon, Perdita was expecting her first litter of puppies. That's when an old friend of Anita's, Cruella de Vil, visited.
Where the little brutes?
Cruella demanded.
They're not expected for another 3 weeks.
Replied Anita.
Let me know when the puppies arrive,
Said Cruella. With that, she slammed the door and was gone. 3 weeks later, during a dark and stormy night, Pongo and Perdita became proud parents of 15 perfect puppies. That same night, as lightning flashed and thunder rumbled, Cruella returned.
15 puppies?
She cried.
How marvelous. I'll take them all.
We're not selling the puppies.
Said Roger.
Not a single one.
Cruella was angry.
You'll be sorry, you fools, you idiots.
One night, after Cruella henchmen, Horace and Jasper Badham came to the house pretending to be electricity company. Nanny was suspicious.
You're not coming in here,
She said. But the men forced their way into the house and took the puppies. The police immediately launched an investigation, but as the days went by, the puppies were still not found. Realizing the humans weren't getting anywhere, Pongo said to Perdita.
I'm afraid it's all up to us.
Pongo decided to try the twilight bark. This was the quickest way for dogs to send and receive news across the country. That evening, when the two Dalmatians were taken for their walk, Pongo barked the alert from the top of Primrose Hill. After a moment, an answering bark was heard. It's the Great Dane of Hampstead, Pongo said to Perdita, and he barked out his message. Danny, the Great Dane, was very surprised by the message.
15 Dalmatian puppies stolen?
He told a terrier friend.
The humans have tried everything. Now it's up to us, dogs.
Danny's big, deep voice began to send the news all over London. Within the hour, word had spread north, south, east, and west, all over England. Before too long, the twilight bark reached an old shepherd called Colonel, who lived on a farm. Colonel's friends, a horse named Captain and a cat named Sergeant Tibbs, listened too. They were all very surprised to hear that 15 puppies had been stolen.
Oh, I just remembered,
Tibbs said to Captain and Colonel.
2 nights past, I heard puppies barking over at Hell.
They went to investigate. Tibbs was small enough to sneak inside. He saw Horace and Jasper eating and watching television. All around the room were lots of Dalmatian puppies, not 15 nor 50, but 99 of them. Wow. Colonel quickly returned to Captain's stable and loudly barked the good news. In no time at all, the twilight bark sent the message all the way back to London that the puppies had been found. Perdita and Pongo set off as fast as they could to rescue their puppies. Meanwhile, Tibbs was keeping watch on the house. He saw Cruella order the Badham to kill the puppies.
It's got to be done tonight.
she cried.
I'll be back first thing in the morning.
With that warning hanging in the air, she turned and was gone. Tibbs was horrified. Cruella wanted to kill the puppies. There wasn't a moment to lose. As soon as the baddest began watching television again, the Tibbs crept through a hole in the wall and whispered to the nearest puppies,
You better get out of here if you want to save your skins.
When all the puppies had been alerted, Tibbs led them to a hideout place in the manor. As soon as the baddest discovered that the puppies had gone, they searched all over the house and eventually found them cowering under the stairs. Tibbs was in front, ready to protect them from the baddest. Meanwhile, Colonel had met up with Perdita and Pongo and led them to the manor. They arrived just in the nick of time and quickly bounded into action. Perdita attacked Horace Badham, while Pongo tore at Jasper's Badham's trouser. Tibbs led the puppies out of the house to the safety of Captain's stable. Leaving the Badham in the heap on the floor, Perdita and Pongo dashed after the puppies.
Everybody here.
Asked Pongo.
All 15? Twice that many? Dad.
Replied one of the puppies.
Now there's 99 of us. What on earth would she want with so many?
Asked Perdita, wondering what Cruella was planning.
She's going to make coats out of us,
said another puppy. Pongo and Perdita were shocked and decided to take all puppies back to London with them so they'd be safe. Perdita, Pongo, and the puppies set off back to London, leaving a trail of paw prints in the snow. Cruella, who had returned for the puppies' coats, quickly spotted the paws prints, and the chase began. Eventually, after trudging across the cold countryside, Perdita and Pongo led the tired puppies to the shelter of Blacksmith's store. Cruella and the baddest were still on the trail, determined to catch them. Suddenly, Pongo had an idea. He made the puppies roll in some soot until they all looked like lavender. Under the cover of their disguise, the puppies climbed into a van that was going to London, but falling snow began to wash away the soot. Cruella saw white patches on the puppy's coat and realized that she had been tricked.
After them,
she shouted to the baddest. Pongo just had time to leap onto the bumper as the van sped off, with Cruella and baddest right behind. Cruella was determined to force the van off the road, but her car skidded out of control and hurtled down a steep hill into a snowdrift. Then the baddest van crashed into the back of Cruella's car, and they all ended up in a large pile of wreckage. Back in London and home at last, Roger, Anita, and Nanny hugged 15 tired puppies.
And look, there's a whole lot more,
said Nanny.
101,
declared Anita.
What will we do with them? We'll keep them,
cried Roger happily. This little house? Asked Anita.
We'll buy a big place in the country,
replied Roger.
It'll be a sensation,
said Nanny. And that's exactly what it was. The end. If you guys like this type of video, give it a like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out our other stories and playlists. Have a great day. See you next time for day 9. Bye. Thanks for watching.